All right. Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive.
Always a pleasure to be here.
So today we're going to be looking at just a single verse
Okay.
from the Quran, which
Yeah.
is pretty cool, from Surah Al-Qalam, verse 7.
Okay.
And this is one that I think is really interesting
Yeah.
because it has a really profound message. It's about guidance
Mm.
and straying from the path
Mm-hmm.
and how we view, others and also ourselves in that journey.
It really makes you think about these things.
Yeah. So let's actually hear what the verse says.
All right.
Indeed, your Lord is most knowing of who has strayed from his way, and he is most knowing of those who are guided.
Powerful words.
So on the surface, it seems pretty straightforward,
Yeah.
but there's a nuance here
Okay.
that I always find so fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
And it all hinges on that word for strayed, which is the word Allah in Arabic.
And that word, it doesn't actually imply a permanent state.
Oh, interesting.
It's more about a temporary one.
I
So
can-
it's not saying that someone is permanently lost.
So it's not like a label.
Exactly. It's more like they've kind of veered off the path,
Yeah.
but it's not a final destination.
Yeah, and that's such a key difference, I think, because you think about how quick we are to label people or even label ourselves.
Absolutely. We often make these snap judgments, based on a little glimpse of someone's life,
Yeah,
but we don't see the whole picture.
and we don't know their whole journey.
Right. And I think this verse reminds us that it's not our place to judge anyway.
That's a good point.
Allah is the one who truly knows what's in our hearts.
And he's the ultimate judge.
Based on-
I mean, and this whole idea of straying being temporary, it's kind of woven throughout Islamic history, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, even when you look at the Prophet Muhammad
Right.
and his early followers, I mean, they were ridiculed, dismissed by the elite of Mecca.
And seen as, those who had strayed.
Totally. They were the outcasts,
But they ended up becoming.
the foundation of a world-changing movement.
Right. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And even a lot of those people who seem so set in their ways,
Yeah.
so opposed to the message, later embraced faith.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think that tells us about how we should view, those who are struggling or those who seem distant from the path right now?
I think it teaches us to have hope, to see beyond those labels,
Okay.
because everyone has that potential to change.
So it's kind of like an invitation to approach people with more compassion.
Definitely, with understanding, because everyone's journey is going to have, ups and downs,
Yeah.
twists and turns.
Okay. So it's like we're all on this journey. Guidance is not a destination. It's something we're constantly striving for. So what are some things we can do, like on a daily basis, to make sure we're staying on that path?
I think a big part of it is just remembering that we need guidance, that awareness, and then constantly seeking knowledge,
Okay.
reflecting on what we, making sure our actions are, aligning with Allah's will.
Yeah.
And I think humility plays a big role in that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Acknowledging that we don't have all the answers, we're always learning and growing.
It's so easy to judge other people, but this verse is really like a mirror
Yeah.
shining back on us
It's about looking inward.
before we point fingers.
Absolutely. Taking responsibility for our own action, our own intentions.
Okay, so I think it'd be great to kind of sum this all up for our listeners.
Okay.
Like, what are the key takeaways you really want them to walk away with?
All right. So I think the biggest thing is that we need to look beyond labels.
Okay.
And instead of judging people, look for ways to support them on their journey.
Because we all have that potential to change.
Exactly. And always remember that when we judge other people, it really says more about us than it does about them.
That's such a good point.
And finally, never forget the importance of your own journey. Seeking guidance. It's a lifelong process.
Yeah,
We never stop growing and learning.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I want to leave everyone with this. You know how would understanding this verse change how you approach your interactions with others?
Yeah,
And even more importantly, how you approach your own journey. It's something to think about.
it really is.
So thank you for joining us on this deep dive. It's been a pleasure.
As always.
All right, until next time.
Take care.
Peace.